First up, Titicut Follies, 1967. Frederick Wiseman's raw cinema verite dive into Bridgewater State Hospital for the criminally insane in Massachusetts is a nightmare you can't unsee. Inmates stripped naked, force-fed, and left to rot in cells. Think One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but real and 10 times uglier. The state banned it for 24 years, claiming it violated inmate privacy. Bullshit. Wiseman had consent forms from coherent patients and guardians for the rest. The real reason? It exposed the state's disgusting treatment of the mentally ill. Next, The Act of Killing, 2012. Joshua Oppenheimer's twisted genius had Indonesian death squad leaders reenact their 1965-66 mass murders, like actual genocide, with over 500,000 dead. These guys bragged about slaughtering communists while posing for Hollywood-style scenes. No ban in Indonesia, but it was effectively silenced. Screenings were underground, and the government leaned hard on distributors. Why? It exposed a regime still cozy with those killers. The film's data point: 40% of Indonesians polled in 2012 didn't know about the genocide. This doc forced the world to look at a country whitewashing its bloody past while the perpetrators walked free. Chilling, right? Switching gears, Jenin, 2002. Mohammed Bakri's film on the Israeli military's 2002 operation in a Palestinian refugee camp sparked a firestorm. Residents shared stories of destruction, loss, and alleged war crimes. Israel's Film Ratings Board banned it, claiming it could disturb public peace. Critics called it propaganda. Bakri called it truth. The Supreme Court later overturned the ban, citing freedom of expression, but distribution still got choked globally. Stats: over 60% of Israelis surveyed in 2003 believed the operation was justified, yet the film showed a side they never saw. It's a raw look at how narratives clash when war gets personal. Now, The Dissident, 2020. This one's about Jamal Khashoggi's murder. Yeah, the journalist chopped up in a Saudi consulate. Director Brian Fogel dug into CIA findings, surveillance footage, and interviews with Khashoggi's fiancée. Major streaming platforms like Netflix and Amazon ghosted it. Why? Saudi Arabia's got deep pockets and deeper influence. The doc revealed 80% of Saudi's global PR budget, $1.6 billion annually, goes to image control. No explicit ban, but corporate censorship killed its reach. It's a masterclass in how money silences truth. Then there's Sikkim, 1971. Satyajit Ray's documentary on the Himalayan kingdom showed its beauty, rituals, and stark wealth gaps. India banned it after annexing Sikkim in 1975, fearing it'd stir unrest in the new state. The ban lasted until 2010, 39 years. Why the fuss? It showed a pre-India Sikkim, with a king who didn't bow to Delhi. Only 12% of Sikkim's population in 1971 lived in urban areas. Ray's lens on rural poverty hit too close to home. Don't sleep on Let It Be, 1970. The Beatles' own film about their breakup album was so raw, it pissed off the Fab Four themselves. George snapping at Paul, John bored out of his skull. It showed the gods of rock as petty humans. The band buried it, blocking home video releases for decades. By 2008, still no authorized release. Why? It shattered their happy-go-lucky image. Fun stat: the film won an Oscar for Best Original Song Score, and they still hated it. Blackfish, 2013. Gabriella Cowperthwaite exposed how captive orcas live in tiny tanks, equivalent to you living in a bathtub. SeaWorld stock dropped 33% after the film, and attendance tanked. No formal ban, but SeaWorld sued to suppress it, claiming misrepresentation. Bull again. The doc cited 70+ trainer injuries and 4 deaths linked to orcas since 1991. It changed laws. California banned orca breeding in 2016. Quick hit: Traces of Death, 1993. Pure shock value: real death scenes, autopsies, you name it. Banned in multiple countries for exploiting mortality. Over 50% of its footage came from unverified sources, making it a legal nightmare. It's less a documentary and more a middle finger to decency. but it sparked debates on where art ends and exploitation begins.